I didn't notice Will again for a couple of weeks. If I'm honest, I'd forgotten about him while I got set up in my new home, though he must have been in the lectures. So anyway, I next noticed him through the window of the Union Bar. I remembered he'd looked back at me on that first day, and it made me smile. Britpop was still doing pretty well. Good music, Blur, Pulp, that kind of thing, and Oasis weren't just repeating themselves then. Not that the Union was playing much of those. It was a typical Friday, crowded, with the windows dripping with condensation, cheap spilled drinks making the floor sticky. After I'd seen him at the window, I wanted to talk to him. Maybe more. I pretty much went on the hunt. It's not easy to find someone when you're not so tall and the lights are low. Spotting Will in the crowd was hard. It had only been a few weeks, but I felt like a new woman already. Or I was on my way, at least. Will always gave me a good vibe. I know that sounds weird, but there it is. He just felt like a good person. He was too. Considering it was the first thing I ever said to him, it's funny that I have no idea what the conversation was about that I butted into. I don't think there was any doubt about my intentions. We had a few drinks and I remember pulling him outside. I love that tingle when you hope something is going to happen, when you know you're going to try something nice. We went to sit just outside the bar. We could still hear the music, and the cold night air felt good. And that was when he first kissed me. Our first proper date was to the cinema. We had seats in the middle of the cinema. It didn't help my nerves much having everyone nearby. We sat there fidgeting, wanting to touch but scared to. I shifted to rest my leg against his. It was awkward and definitely not the natural and subtle thing I was going for. I wanted to hold his hand, but he seemed to shy away. Or maybe he didn't intend that. I kept looking sideways to see if he was looking at me. I tried not to move my head too much in case he wasn't looking and noticed that I was. We ignored the film, pretty much. It was that silly action one, with that guy who always acts crazy, thingamy. It was like everything else faded out. I plucked up the courage and put my hand on his leg, and he gave me one of his lovely shy smiles. His hand was warm and dry, and his skin soft. He gently held the side of my face, turning me towards him. He closed his eyes and kissed me, placing his lips softly onto mine. We locked our fingers together and watched the rest of the film. We didn't let go until ages after we left the cinema. Did you ever fall in love so hard and so much you just knew it would have to end? It was my first time, but even back then, I think I knew deep down that's what it was. Will always gave the impression of confidence, like he always had a grand plan. I wish I knew if he saw that end coming too, like I felt it was. I don't know if that would have made how it went any easier. I'd been putting off unpacking all of my boxes, but the next day I finally got round to it. I got out the essentials, of course, but I hadn't felt very motivated to do the rest. I brought my first ever toy to uni with me. I know it seems weird for a woman to do that, but it brings back happy memories. My mum and biological dad split when I was 6. It was rough for a bit, but Mum, me and my brother Andy pretty quickly were happier for it. My bunny makes me think of those good times. Will was going to come over later that week, so I unpacked the candles my mum had given me. I wonder if she suspected I'd fall for someone. She's a bit canny like that. I was falling for him too. Is it weird to tell you this? I hung up a tasselled cloth scarf that was my mum's. She's a bit of a hippie. I'd packed loads of my old books. Nothing really related to uni, I just liked having them nearby. I kept on changing my mind. It shouldn't have mattered so much, but I wanted the place to look nice. I must have spent ages just shifting stuff around. The little choices are important. I guess it didn't make any difference really, but I was happy when I was sure I'd got it right. I wanted to feel comfortable when Will came over. Will and I, it felt like a Romeo and Juliet kind of thing, and just as likely to burn us both as to make us happy. But what a lovely way to burn. That Christmas, I met Will's family. We'd been together for 4 months. Do you remember me there? I don't think I really said much that day. I was head over heels in love with him and very worried I'd say something wrong. We were still at that stage where you constantly want to touch the other person. I loved that, but I didn't reach out with his family or there. I got nice shivers when he touched me as he poured my wine. Oh, thanks. The meal went well, I think. You only get to make one first impression, so I probably should have worn something else. I felt quite self-conscious. I loved him so much, but that feeling I had wouldn't go away, that it was all going to end. That Christmas Day, though, I felt like we had a chance. Things were going well, but over the months, I felt the relationship changing. We would listen to music as we fell asleep. Most of my music was on CD, but I also had a tape recording I'd made of a Billie Holiday record, scratches and all. Vinyl had that warm sound you don't get now. Wonderful as we drifted off. Then the tape mechanism would click at the end and wake me up. We listened to a lot of Portishead. Even now when I listen to them, I remember being back in that room, in his arms. We would watch videos in bed together, or whatever was on the TV. Coronation Street had a transgender character. It wasn't something I'd thought much about before. I'm straight and hadn't really thought about my sexuality. It was just what I was. Will was just who he was too. It's funny to tell you this now, but I was never jealous of Harry. You'd think I would be, but I loved Will so much. I just wanted him to be happy. I think we both could feel that an end was going to be inevitable. But we still were in love. We were in love, but lonely too. Feeling like the only people in the world. You cherish the other person, but you long for another life too. Maybe I didn't mind Will getting closer to Harry because it felt like our own love was too much for two people. We were all, Will, Harry and me, studying on the same English degree. There was a spark between Will and Harry, that much was obvious. I didn't feel jealous. I know that sounds weird, but I liked seeing Will happy, and Harry made him feel that way. I'll never forget that time, seeing their friendship grow. As the months went by, we went out less. We would go out to meet up with Harry and a couple of other friends, but it was mostly just Will and me. It still makes me smile, thinking of that room and those days. It might seem odd to you, but it was my suggestion. I told Will to ask out Harry. I loved him. I knew it would make us all happy for Will to have Harry in his life. It was something he needed to do. Helping a person find their true love, that's an honor. It's a kind of magic right there. For a long time though, I wish that true love had been me. Let me paint a picture for you of the end. Will had been seeing both me and Harry at the same time for about 6 months. I can see you think that sounds weird, but it really wasn't. We were all open, safe, and honest about it. The picture. It was in the basement of the Royal Oak in October. You could still smoke in pubs back then, and the faint smell was always there. The chairs were covered with a tapestry weaving type of fabric that was worn away from years of use. It was that old, heavy pub furniture. There was the muffled sound of the George Street traffic. I knew what I was going to say to Will. Before I went to university, a friend asked me what love is. I told her that love was being able to tell a person that you never wanted to see them again. Even though it broke your heart to do it, you would tell them to leave you because it was right. I was quite happy with that answer. Like love was something from a Shakespearean tragedy. I don't know why they asked me. I'd never been in love when I said that. I didn't think I'd have to do it myself one day. I didn't expect to be right. We need to talk.
Oh?
I'm not helping you anymore.
I don't think I follow.
I feel like I'm getting in your way.
You're not. This is good.
It is good, but it's not right. It's not forever.
Isn't this what you want?
I'm happy with you. I love you, but this isn't about me.
I love you too. I want to be with you.
I know. But that doesn't mean you should be.
Is this it? Can I do anything differently?
No. But thank you for wanting to.
I don't want this.
Me either. But it's right.
I love you.
I love you too. I was so in love. I can't tell you how much it hurt to let him go. I never forgot him. Love doesn't just stop. I still carry those memories of our time together with me, like a polished stone in my pocket. It feels so real, like I can really hold it in my hands. I cherish the memory of that time we had. I've never loved anyone like that again. It took me 2 years to get over Will. I could see him falling in love with Harry. Soft and deep love, not like the fire we had. It was beautiful. I didn't really consider that we could all have kept on dating together. You know, it might have worked for a while, but that wasn't what we did. It's just the past. I don't know if what I felt was a proper depression, but it was definitely a really bad time for me. I just worked really hard all of the time and got a great degree grade from it, so that was something good for me from it all.
I didn't stop loving Sarah. I haven't stopped. Though it's different now. We still meet and catch up. There was a reason we dated. She's wonderful. We both moved on okay. In the end. I felt awful when we broke up, but it was right. I loved two people and she saw a future for me that I couldn't. She's smarter than me, I guess. The small things mean a lot. Sarah set me in motion to be here now. A word, an act, just going through everyday life with someone. It all has meaning. In all the mundane things, it's easy to lose that feeling of purpose. Marriage on my mind. Scent of sandalwood in my armpits. Sexy. We have love. I don't doubt that. Love is wonderful as it is, and I guess there's even bigger adventures than marriage. We could start a family. Kids. Wow. That could be good, actually. Maybe I'll leave that conversation to another day, eh? One thing at a time. Oh, I could propose and he says no. Am I going too fast? A family together. I think I'd like that. First day of the rest of my life. Keys? I don't know what lies ahead, but it'll be amazing. I love you. Have a good day. So many memories, and I've not taken the time to think about how much they mean to me. It's time for a change. I forget sometimes how beautiful this city is. The exercise is good for me. Sure, I go to the gym, but will that see me through? Little bits of exercise are better than an occasional hour. I feel like I've had my eyes half closed for so long. No more. I'll stop that drift. I'm going to take control. It feels like I drifted into these routines. Some routines have meaning and purpose. Other routines are just how we fill our days. It was easy to get lazy, to let things fall slowly into a dull routine. Things are okay, but they're not going anywhere. It's time to take control. I love that cafe. On warm evenings, sometimes I sit there with a glass of wine, waiting to catch Harry on his way back from work. The park is beautiful. He's got to know how I feel about him. I love him so much.
Sunday was always our day together. We worked too much during the week to see each other often, so on Sundays we would go to feed the ducks. I wish we hadn't worked so hard. We loved it in the summer, like it was when it happened. But the bare trees in the winter had their beauty too. We would walk among them in thick coats, holding each other for warmth. It was our place to be together. This whole place makes me think of him. He loved ducks. They always made him smile. It was something in the way they walked. And then one day, he was gone.